right, so the challenge is laid out in front of you. Can you complete it? We're about to find out. Solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team time. Let's go. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On second down, here's Stafford. Out to the flat for Reddick. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. It's brought in left side by Tate. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
On first down, Stafford here. And Jones has it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Stafford looks to throw again. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Caught on the right side by Jones. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He finds his target, Fuller. A good pickup there at 22. Well, unfortunately, unable to achieve the results you're looking for, but there's all. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out in the pistol. From the gun, here's Stafford. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. Escapes the sack. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. He's got time in the pocket. That escapes the sack. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! What? Ohio! Ohio! Here we go!
Here's Darquan. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Red zone opportunity.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close.
And he lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. On the run, Darquan. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Oh, and I think the Redskins got it. Yes, they did. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Here we go!
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. And that does it for this one. Pat yourself on the back. You just completed and dominated the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Set, waiting.
Riddick with a carry. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They go back to Riddick. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Ebron caught left side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 1st down Redskins.
Let's go.
Play clock winding down. They're going to run this with a tight end. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run again now with Darquan. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
This has been a nice sustained drive, and after a run like that, I'd be surprised if they don't come back with even more running plays.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Uses the stiff arm. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go. What?
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Next round. Ohio. Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Demaryius Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Ebron with it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And 4th down coming up.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him, and they've squeezed the...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Redskins scoop it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Let's go.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. Nice job. I believe that is challenge met and defeated from where I sit. Congratulations. Good job on this Madden Ultimate Team. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Here's Riddick. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Thank you. It's caught. Jones. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And caught by Curley. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Stafford looks to throw again. And that is incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's into the clear. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. We have hit halftime. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. The Redskins offense now. They head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go.
And the play clock's running down. They hand off to their big tight end. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go. What? 90.
They give it off here to the tight end. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Ohio. Let's go. What? 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
So the scoring dried up here in the third. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
Ohio. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on third down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Time running out here on the play clock. Look at this, a tight end carry. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground with a tight end. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Let's go! Try 38!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
The offense is in total control right now. And while they don't want to be in anything close to a hurry-up, they want to make sure they do things with discipline now. Get to the line of scrimmage, line up correctly, take time off the clock, snap the ball late in the play clock, and run the game out.
Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Come on, let's go! Try 38! Try 38!
Nice job. Congratulations. Defeating the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. The challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's Solo Challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. They come out here in the eye. Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. 3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. Carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Let's go.
Play clock winding down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2nd down following the run. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for 3rd down.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, 35 yards. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the 50, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Lions defense marching back onto the field now. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know, from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Stephen Tulloch. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, here's Stafford. Out to the flat for Redden. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. That's it for the first half. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the play clock's running down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go. 38.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And how about that on third down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
Let's go. 1, 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight for. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go. 1, 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Come on, let's go. 1, 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Niles Paul, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On 1st down, it's Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Now Stafford. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And the spike will come with 34 seconds to go. Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, it's Stafford. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. One last throw here for Stafford. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, and that does it for this Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You did it. You defeated it. Congratulations. We'll see you next time.